Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, today I'm going to give you some more ideas of toolkits in terms of how we can develop empathy and how we can actually understand our level of empathy through our empathy quotient, as well as for our client. For example, if you are a life coach, you are helping somebody to discover themselves in terms of their level of empathy, you can use the same questionnaire. So this is open source. You can go to www.guardian.com and download the table. There's a table, and then you can use this as a form. I'll go through with you on this toolkit of developing empathy. Remember, you're talking about the 5 values that you need to bring into your life as a life coach, as a counselor. First is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, mercy and compassion. Then mercy and compassion will equate to become empathy. Alright, mercy, compassion, empathy is one trilogy that you work. And then you have Ghafurul Wadud, Allahu Ghafurul Wadud. Allah is the most forgiving, most loving kindness. So you have these 5 values that you try to imbue yourself, and one way of checking whether you have the necessary prerequisite to help others is you test yourself through this toolkit, that is this empathy quotient toolkit. Alright, this quotient, empathy quotient, is intended to measure how easily you picked up other people's feeling and how strongly you are affected by other people's feeling. Alright, so what you do is you read this questionnaire. There are 60 questionnaires. Alright, they are randomly placed. There's no trick question. And what you do is you either strongly agree or strongly disagree, and there's no right or wrong answer. So there are 4 levels, whether you strongly agree, slightly disagree, and strongly disagree. So you can choose from the 60 questions how you're going to go about with it. Alright, so for example, because they are randomly placed, and this questionnaire is developed by Cambridge University, Toronto, and many other universities, and they have uploaded this as a piece of empathy quotient for use by life coach or therapists or counselors, as well as for the client. So for example, question number 1. I can easily tell if someone else wants to enter into a conversation. So that is question number 1. Do you strongly agree? Or do you slightly agree? Or you slightly disagree? Or strongly disagree? So you circle that, then I'll tell you the score later on. Question number 2. I prefer animals to humans. So which you prefer? So frankly, what do? You prefer animals or human beings? So if you strongly agree that you prefer animals to human beings, you circle the first one. Alright, if you strongly disagree, then you go here, or slightly, you just slightly. So you fill it up from your cup, your heart. Don't try to just do this test just by finding the right question, because there's no right or wrong question. It is your own psychometric test. Okay, so if you prefer animals very strongly, then you circle this. Okay, the third one, I try to keep up with the current trends and fashion. So question number 3. Alright, do you really all the time keep up with the current trends and fashions, or you slightly agree, or you completely disagree? Question number 4. I find it difficult to explain to others things that I understand easily when they don't understand it the first time. So you find difficulties in explaining to others things that you understand easily when they don't understand for the first time. So you have this stress, why I have to explain again this. Then some people have this word shit and that kind of thing in your inner speech. Why he's so the word S word. But whatever it is, you just look at it and then say whether you strongly agree, slightly disagree, strongly disagree. Question number 5. I dream most nights. Question number 6. I really enjoy caring for other people. So number 6, do you really care about other people? Do you really feel the sense of caring within you? Alright. Number 7, I try to solve my own problem rather than discussing them with others. So you will solve your own problem, you don't bother to ask other people, okay? Number 8, I find it hard to know what to do in a social situation. So there's in a social situation where there are many people, you find yourself hard to fit into that group. All right? Number 9, I am my best first thing in the morning. Are you a morning person or afternoon person? If you think you're the best always in the morning, you start your day very early in the morning and you do all your work in the morning, you're best at that, then if you strongly agree, you do that. You slightly agree, you feel the 4 choice. Number 10, people often tell me that I went too far in driving my point home in a discussion. That means you're aggressive, you go very far or very fast or very aggressively strong. The other people feels that you are you bring home your point in the discussion too strongly. Number 11, it doesn't bother me too much if I am late meeting a friend. So if I'm late for meeting a friend, no, nothing. It is just, khalas, no problem, that kind of thing. All right. Number 12, friendship and relationship are just too difficult, so I tend not to bother with them. So are you the sort of person who strongly agree that friendship and relationship are just too difficult, so that I do not bother with them? Number 13, I will never break a law, no matter how minor. So are you law-abiding unto the very nitty-gritty? Number 14, I often find it hard to judge if something is rude or polite. So if somebody is polite, you have difficulties in actually understanding them, whether they are rude or polite. Number 16, I prefer practical jokes to verbal humor. So you are more of a kinesthetic type of verbal. I prefer practical jokes, jokes that are more kinesthetic rather than verbal humor by using smart talk or whatever it is. Number 17, I live life for today rather than for the future. So I only care for today. I don't care about the future. Number 18, when I was a child, I enjoyed cutting up worms to see what would happen to them. All right. So are you the sort of kid that do that? Number 18, Number 19, I can pick up quickly if someone says one thing but means another thing. So you're very, very sensitive. If someone says want something and it meant another thing, you can actually see through that person. Number 20, I tend to have very strong opinion about morality. All right? Number 21, it is hard for me to see why some things upset people so much. So you cannot understand why people get upset. This small thing, for you, remember this is your own perception. Number 22, I find it easy to put myself in somebody else's shoe. Number 23, I think good manners are the most important thing a parent can teach their child. Number 24, I like to do things on the spur of the moment. Number 25, I'm good at predicting how someone will feel. So how someone will feel, you're good at predicting that. Number 26, I'm quick to spot when someone is in a group where is feeling awkward or uncomfortable. When someone is feeling uncomfortable, you really can sense it and you can remedy that. Number 27, if I say something that someone else is offended by, I think that is their own problem, not mine. All right? If you offend somebody, that's their problem, not mine. I don't care. All right? Number 28, if anyone asks me if I like their haircut, I'll reply truthfully, even though I didn't like it. All right? So if you feel that he is becoming like a zombie, you say, hey, your haircut like a zombie. You just very frankly say it. Number 29, I can't always see why someone should have felt offended by a remark. Number 30, people often tell me that I am always very unpredictable. So you are not predictable. Number 31, I enjoy being the center of attention at any social gathering. So you want to be the taiko of any social gathering. 32, seeing people cry doesn't really upset me. If somebody cries because of whatever problem that they have, you're cold to it. 33, I enjoy having discussion about politics. 34, I'm very blunt, which some people take it to be rudeness, even though it is just unintentional. So you are a very blunt person. Number 35, I don't tend to find social situation confusing. Number 36, other people tell me that I'm good at understanding how they are feeling and what they are thinking. 37, when I talk to people, I tend to talk about their experiences rather than my own. Number 38, it upset me to see an animal in pain. Number 39, I'm able to make decisions without being influenced by other people's feeling. Number 40, I can't relax until I have done everything I have planned to do that day. So you are a workaholic, you just cannot relax until everything is done A to Z, then you can relax. Number 41, I can easily tell if someone else is interested or bored with what I'm saying. Number 42, I get upset if I see people suffering on news program. You see news and you get upset or you cry. Number 43, friends usually talk to me about their problems as they say that I am very understanding. So you have friends always coming to talk, telling all their problems, and you are very understanding, they say. Number 44, I can sense if I am intruding, even if the other person doesn't tell me. Number 45, I often start new hobbies but quickly become bored with them and move on to something else. Number 46, people sometimes tell me that I have gone too far with my teasing. Number 47, I would be too nervous to go on a big roller coaster. So there's this big roller coaster in the theme park. Oh no, not for me. All right, that's what you feel. Number 48, other people often say that I am insensitive, though I don't always see why. Number 49, if I see a stranger in a group, I think that it is up to them to make an effort to join in. All right, so if you see somebody who is outside the group, you don't bother. You know whether you want, you come and join, don't bother. All right, number 50, I usually stay emotionally detached when watching a film, especially emotional film, you are not bothered with it. Number 51, I like to be very organized day in and day out in life and often make lists of the chores that I have to do. Number 52, I can tune into someone else's feels rapidly and intuitively. Number 53, I don't like to take risks. Number 54, I can easily work out what another person might want to talk about. Number 55, I can tell if someone is masking their true emotions. So you can find out that somebody is faking. They have this cognitive dissonance, but they're putting a smiling face whereas they are sad or whatever. You can detect that. Number 56, before making decision, I always weigh up the pros and cons. Number 57, I don't consciously work out the rules of social situation. Number 58, I'm good at predicting what someone else will do. Number 59, I tend to get emotionally involved with a friend's problem. Number 60, I usually can appreciate the other person's viewpoint even if I don't agree with it. So this is a very good questionnaire. It is the whole mixed bag of questionnaires. So how do you then analyze this? So after you have done this, you circle, you total up, and this is how it works. You go to the next one. Okay, there are two. You look at the number, all right, which are the number of the in the list, number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. So each number, you go through the numbers. Okay, for example, there are 21 numbers here and there is 19 numbers here. Total is 60. There are some numbers that are neutral. That means there is no right or wrong. There is no nothing about it. So you score 2 points for each of the following item. You answer definitely agree. So if you definitely agree on question number 1, 6, 19, 22, 25, 26, 35, 36, 37, 38, 41, 42, 43, 44, 52, 54, 55, 57, 58, 59, 60. If you strongly agree, all right, you get 2 points. Or 1 point if slightly agree. All right, so this is the first set you must answer, then get your score. Then you go to the next level, 2 points for each of the following item if you answer definitely disagree. You definitely disagree. Or 1 point if you answer slightly disagree. So which are the question number? 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 18, 21, 27, 28, 29, 32, 34, 39, 46, 48, 49, 50. All other questions, no score. You don't put any score there. Okay, then you total up your score. All right. On average, what does your score mean? on average, because most women are more empathetic, they are motherly figure. So most women score about 47 and most men about 42. So men, you are not looking from the heart, you're looking only from your brain, okay? Most people with Asperger's syndrome, this is going to be a big issue, especially as our teenagers are growing up. More and more, they're doing a lot of tests nowadays. High functioning autism score about 20. So they're becoming detached from human beings. They become more attached to synthetic life. All the handphone, synthetic material, video games, everything alone. Alright, so if your score is 0 to 32, you have a lower than average ability for understanding how other people feel and responding appropriately. So in this case, you have to improve yourself. That means you're going to be a life coach or you're going to be a counselor. With this kind of score, I think there is a lot of muhasabah you have to do. From the Islamic perspective, we do our muhasabah to say, what area can I improve? Especially when you go back to the questions, the slightly strongly agree and slightly agree question, and strongly disagree, why you are in that state. And then maybe from the 60 questions, you can slowly progress. Okay. If you are 35 and to 52, you are on an average ability for understanding how other people feel and responding appropriately. You know how to treat people with care and sensitivity. That means here you are okay. All right, you can help others and help yourself, and along the way also, inshallah, improve your empathy quotient. If you are 53 to 63, you have an above average ability for understanding how other people feel and responding them appropriately. You know how to treat people with care and sensitivity. This is the good score. All right. If you are 64 to 80, you're super duper. You have a very high ability for understanding how other people feel and responding appropriately. You know how to treat people with care and sensitivity. So if you are in these two range, alhamdulillah, you are really good life coach, you are really good counselor and therapist. And from here you can see how is your EQ going on, and then there are other measures in which we can discuss. So this is toolkit number 2, very simple. Alright, you just go back after this video, download if you want to download, or just scroll through the video and just mark, just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60, and then which column, total up, sum up, and inshallah you will then be able to analyze your own empathy quotient. And you also can give this test if it is not intrusive. Remember, don't try to, gear 1, don't try to be intrusive, or I'll give you this, that test as if you are a doctor. No, alright, don't try to do that. But if you find this useful, you can give. But this is more a toolkit for you. As life coach and counselors, you must know, because you must know who you are and why you are doing this, so that then inshallah, in a way, if you want to help others, you also can help yourself, striving, always remember, trying to, being a Caliph of Allah, striving to make yourself good, being more empathetic, helping others to be good, and making the world good, inshallah.